Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, we're going to be tackling the question of can Prometheans in Halo 4 use Covenant weapons? So, we never actually see them use Covenant weapons at all at any point in Halo 4, or even Halo 5 for that matter, I think. So, that's what I'm going to be tackling for this video. So, I am currently playing as a Promethean Knight, but we'll tackle all the Promethean enemies. So, starting with the Plasma Pistol, I can indeed pick up the Plasma Pistol just fine. However, even though I can fire it and even get all those cool firing effects, I cannot walk around while holding the Plasma Pistol. It's actually weird. Everything else is fine, but I just can't walk. Same with the Needler. I can pick it up and shoot it just fine, but I cannot walk around while holding it. The Storm Rifle that works perfectly fine. I can pick it up and shoot it just fine, and I can still walk around just fine too. Likewise, the Beam Rifle, I can also shoot it just fine and walk around. So for some reason, it seems like the smaller weapons, for some reason, the Knights can't use properly. Like, they can fire it, but they just can't walk around for some reason. Next up is the Carbine. Carbine works great, no problems there. Fuel Rod, I cannot, walk around that either. And I suspect that's because, like, the animations are missing for it or whatever. But it's strange, because, like, the Knights can use the Incineration Cannon, but not the Fuel Rod properly. It could just, like I said, it could just fire it and reload it and everything just fine, but cannot walk around. And same with the Energy Sword. Energy Sword cannot move around. I can melee, I can use the regular melee, but I can't actually use the Energy Sword melee. Like, I'm actually just, when you saw me melee there, that was just using the Knight's, like, the Knight's sword or whatever that is. And then same with the Plasma Cannon. I can pick it up and shoot it just fine, but nothing else. Now, the Jackal shields in this game are actually like separate weapons that can be equipped, but the Knight cannot pick those up at all and equip them. And with the Gravity Hammer, same thing as the Energy Sword. Can pick them up. I can use my built-in melee, but I cannot actually use the hammer itself. So next up is the Crawlers. Crawlers, I can actually wield the small weapons like the Plasma Pistol just fine, without not being able to walk around. And I also get that really cool effect when you charge it up too in first person. So no issues there. Same with the Needler, no issues with that. I could still move around and walk around just fine. Storm Rifle, Beam Rifle, both all work just fine with the Crawler. So yeah, it's pretty cool. That works great there. Now, a lot of you have been asking, but I think on the back of the Crawler is the jetpack, and that is what the Crawler looks like when he uses the jetpack. So the Crawler can indeed use the jetpack, but that's not really what this video is about. But I just wanted to show it anyways, because I know people will probably ask about it. But anyways, moving right along, as you saw there, the Carbine works great. The Fuel Rod Cannon, unlike the Knight, also works great with the Crawler. Doesn't restrict my movements at all. Energy Sword, same with the Knight though. I can pick it up, but I can't actually use the Energy Sword. I can use my regular melee, but I can't actually swing the sword. Plasma Cannon, though, works great. And same with the Knight, I cannot pick up the Jackal shields. I can pick up the Gravity Hammer, but just like the Energy Sword with the Knight, I cannot melee it. I cannot swing it. Alright, the last Promethean enemy we have is the Watchers. And Watchers are actually pretty interesting. So far, Watchers can also pick up, like, well, spoiler alert, I guess, that Watchers can pick up every weapon, but when they pick up weapons, it looks like they just, like, eat up the weapon. You don't even see the weapon anymore in third person. They just kind of, like, the weapon just kind of, like, disappears, and then the Watcher just fires it from, like, inside. And, yeah, no matter how big the weapon is, it just disappears. You don't see it anymore in third person. But the Watcher can still pick them up just fine and fire them. But, yeah, it's pretty weird, but fortunately there's no weapon, just like with the Crawler, no weapon restricts movements of the Watcher at all. The Watcher can pick up and fire just about everything. And unfortunately though, with melee weapons like the Energy Sword, also no dice. And Watchers don't really have a melee, so I can't really melee with the sword. I can't even melee at all. not that I can melee with the sword in the first place, but yeah, and unfortunately, despite being able to pick up almost anything, the Watcher cannot pick up the Jackal shields either. Oh, and same with the Gravity Hammer. Can pick them up, but no melee either. Can't even swing the hammer, nothing. So there you guys have it. Prometheans they they can pick up and use quite a variety of Covenant weapons. Though with the Knight, some of the small weapons, they restrict the Knight's movements for some reason. Same with like melee weapons. But everything else works great with the Knights and all the other Prometheans. It's just melee weapons, none of them can use pretty much. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and found it to be interesting. And if you did, then as always, make sure to leave a like. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Anything else we can check out or look into, any other questions you have, just let me know down below, and I'll definitely do my best to look into it when I get a chance. But aside from that, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys.